For today's video, we review The Altruist. Okay, I found this movie on YouTube years ago and never actually got around to watching it until recently. I don't know why, it just never happened. This movie was filmed in 2003 on a camcorder that looks like this. The writer/director uploaded this entire movie onto YouTube. I will link down in the description where you can find that. The basic premise of this movie is that 30,000 people a year commit murder and 60,000 people a year commit suicide. What if we got these crazy kids together? The movie begins with someone breaking into a house, and as he's about to kill a guy sitting in a chair, the guy starts talking to him.
I'm ready.
What?
I'm ready to die. Go ahead.
Moron.
What?
You're ready to die? It kind of takes the fun out of it for me.
They said you would know.
Of course I know. It would be more fun if you wanted to live.
I'm sorry.
Tom?
Who's that?
My wife, but she doesn't know anything about this.
Wife, huh? That could be some fun.
A struggle between the two leaves both of them dead, and we quickly learn that this whole thing was orchestrated by a company that sets up people who want to kill with people that want to be killed. But this pairing wasn't supposed to happen. The secretary set her boyfriend up as the killer after he'd been rejected by the company.
That would really help, so stop fucking crying.
He just wanted to try it. Mr. Andrews.
He wanted to try. I don't fucking care if he wanted to try it. Here's my advice, alright? Get over it. He was your boyfriend. Guess what? He's your dead fucking boyfriend now.
The owner of the company is very upset, not only because of the fuck up that left two people dead when it should have only been one, but because he had a deal with the local cops that no one will be killed by his company inside the city.
It's one thing to have you work from our town. It's a whole nother thing to have to investigate your shit. We don't want a bunch of unsolved murders hanging over our heads. Now, if other towns have them, well, that makes our town look that much safer. You got that?
Yeah.
Emerging as our main character is Nick, the guy who runs the company. He begins to follow around the wife of the intended victim, trying to figure out exactly what went wrong, whether he's going to get caught, how all this happened, or at least that's what I thought. It turns out he just has the hots for her, and that's why he's following her around. But it has the same intended results of us getting a lot of plot revealed to us.
Teresa would like to start by saying that she loved her husband, Tom Taylor, more than words can express. That he found the strength to battle the killer.
Who's this guy?
Even while he himself
Dr. Carl Nelson?
was in what must have been
Friend of the
terrible
family.
pain. Makes her realize how much he must have loved her too. Her only wish is that she can make Tom as proud of her as she is of him.
Just letting you know we're catching a flight to Akron to check out that prize match.
You can't tell anybody about Tom's cancer. I fixed his records so he could get the extra life insurance. If the police found out, I'd lose my license. I'd lose everything. And I thought he would have told you at least.
If there was anything I could do to change things, I'd do it. I wanted you to know that.
Do you know what this is?
From the way you're pointing at me, I could take a guess.
Just get out.
I can explain this.
Get out or get maced.
While he's following her around, we get a look at two detectives that are going to go undercover trying to break up this entire operation of killers. And we also get a little bit of explanation about how the company works.
So why do you want to die?
I'm very sick. It's been with me 10 long years, and now I'm reaching the end. I just won't be able to handle the final stages of my illness.
No. That doesn't sound right.
What do you mean it doesn't sound right?
Well, to tell you the truth, I wasn't really feeling your pain. Anyway, you really want to die. They find someone who's into killing, and then they give the killer the information.
Killers aren't really the reliable sort. They talk, don't they?
Yeah, that's the thing. You think they would, huh? But they put the fear of God into them. Now, they got this huge guy, and he handles them. I mean, if they step out of line, he really handles them. Like, kills them, handles them.
So
we go back to Nick, and he sees a little boy running through the graveyard. This turns out to be a flashback of himself running through the graveyard as a child when his mother asked him to kill her. And he started this business kind of in tribute to her to help those dying that can't do it themselves.
In the top drawer of the tall dresser, your father keeps his gun. We'll wait until Nanny goes to the store. Then you'll go to the dresser, you'll get the gun, and you'll put it to my head and pull the trigger. Then, quick as anything, you'll put it in my hand. Hold it there tightly. Then you'll run to the pond and jump in with all your clothes on. Swim there for a long time. It'll wash any of the blood and gunpowder off your hands.
The guy on the respirator that we saw is approved to be killed, and it's fucked up again. He was faking, and his wife signed up for the program and wanted to die, but he wasn't ready for his wife to die, and is now out to get this company.
2 years ago, killed my wife, killed by Elizabeth. She might have been asking for it, but that don't make it right.
I didn't kill your wife. I didn't kill any old ladies. Ever.
You're ruining all my plans. It was so simple. Kill the killer, then kill the people who set the whole thing up.
We know about the undercover detectives and old guy, but the company doesn't, and they're trying to figure out who it is that's trying to fuck everything up. And we get a bunch of flashbacks that kind of lead nowhere, but it does have this one funny part in it.
What the hell's wrong with this fucking thing? I will tell you what's wrong with it. You're always hitting people over the fucking head with it. He was going to get up. He was going to get up because it misfired. Because you are always hitting people over the fucking head with it. What the fuck are you talking about? All I'm saying, G, is that while yes, a gun is a big hunk of metal and must be great for hitting people over the head with, it is also a precision instrument. And maybe you should treat it with some degree of care.
I won't spoil too much more of the movie for you. There's a whole bunch of twists and turns involving the cops, the doctor, and other people's roles in all of this and how everybody intertwines. I'll just leave you with this pretty decently done conversation about the merits of euthanasia.
Did you kill my husband? Insurance policies don't cover suicide, so he came to you so that you could have him killed. And then everything went horribly wrong, and he had to kill your killer. Isn't that what happened, Nick? You run a fucking hitman service? Did you kill my husband?
If someone is dying from a terrible illness, they should be able to make that end come sooner.
Answer the question,
And if someone
Nick.
is so unhappy that they cannot continue with their miserable fucking existence, then they should be able to end their life at the moment they choose.
What happened with my husband,
Teresa,
Nick?
this much I know. There are people who want to die, and there are people who like to kill. It's a fact.
What did you do to my husband?
Overall, this movie has a great idea behind it, and I did enjoy it for the most part. There's a lot more filler than it needs to be. They just didn't have the money to really do a lot. It's so low budget that they just have to reuse so many sets that you have to put something in there, and we get multiple stories twice, flashbacks that really go nowhere, and little things like that. I think if it was a bigger budget thing and you could have put some action or more backstory in there, rather than just a few seconds of storytelling, make that a larger part of the movie, I think it could have been a better film. All the actors are reused from the director's previous films. This is the last thing he did back in 2004. Not really sure why. If you want to check out more of his stuff, I'll link everything down in the description. His YouTube channel and places that he's put other films. Yeah, I think that about covers it. It's a little too low budget for its own good, but had a great premise behind it. Thank you for watching, and as always, I shall try to do better next time.